Evening, folks. How's it going? Pardon any lag. Just getting the screens right on my side as usual. This will never. Oh, did it remember my setting? Almost. Hold on. Almost there. Sorry if you hear any random noise. I closed the window some because it's I think there's a storm blowing in, so it's windy. But I've got some tissue paper something in the window to block the extra light, and the wind is blowing it, so it's making noise. So if you can hear that, I do apologize. I just got the window open a bit to try to minimalize that, and it only did so much. So if you do hear that, I do apologize, but it should stop after about an hour because the sun sets before 8 p.m. nowadays, and it's just 7:01 now. But how's it going? What's up to? Oh, hold on just a second here. Gotta put it on live chat. What's this insanity? Okay, yeah. What's up to Patrick? Came early to leave a thumbs up. Awesome. And what's up to I bitch slap Satan? And John Rogers, how's it going? Oh, nice. I bitch slap Satan, getting cozy while I get comfy. Nice. Yeah. Got the windows set or the screen set up right. Oh, hey, Chris, how's it going? Everybody smash the like button if you haven't already. You know, you're going to like the show. And then, yeah, since it is up in the air about when, if and when Frank goes live today or tomorrow, if quite frankly does go live, we'll stop here and we will run over to Frank. I'm going to turn my notifications way up so I should hear it go off if he does go live. And I've been checking social media all day. I've been going to like Instagram, Discord, at Twitter, YouTube, just to see if he's got anything scheduled set up. But I was thinking what he might end up doing if he does go live. It's kind of like a coffee chat. He will just bam, we'll get the notification, we'll run over there. So it's okay. And what's up, Erica? How is it going on not a Saturday, on a Friday? Yep, on a Friday. 2 weeks until New Year's Day. Feeling the crunch. Time crunch, not a crunch bar. Not in favor of anything Nestle. Sadly, that goes for Kit Kats. While they're distributed by Hershey, they're a Nestle product, so I don't like that connection. That's all right. Really don't need all that chocolate at this age. I don't have any chocolate in the house. I noticed that earlier in the week. Like, how does a girl not have chocolate in the house? Can tell it's not that weak. So I just went ham. I'm deciding to. I like the big chocolate bars because they last longer. That's what I'll go for. So did you do anything today? Any Friday stuff going on? Any movies come out today? I don't know. I just remembered the second Joker movie comes out a week from today, and I do still want to go see that. Just don't know how I will wing it with timing wise. I don't know what time the movie plays. I can't miss, quite frankly, so I would see it ideally earlier in the day in the afternoon, and then have time to rest my eyes, and then go to the proper show and maybe talk about it the following day on the 5th. But getting slightly ahead of myself. That is sort of the plan. Let me look at a calendar. I think that's right. That sounds right. Yeah, because next Friday is the 4th, and then the Friday after the 4th is the 11th. Oh, sweet. John Rogers, I bought another Durango today. Hells yeah. I mean, if you already have one, you know how they handle, so it's just the same thing, only newer, I assume. Or did you get a car that's the exact same make and model, year as the one you already have? Then get a bumper sticker like my other car's a Durango. Oh, what's up to B Chap? I say B Chap. His full handle is greatest carpenter B Chap. Greatest carpenter B Chap. Pardon me, slurring my words. I'm completely sober. That's why that happens. And see, that's the thing. As many cars as John Rogers might have, they all run, so it's not a junky, front yard situation. They're functioning cars. That's all right, Patrick. I saw you come in. It happens. Oh yeah, and the host, whoever that is. Yeah. We hear you. Keep talking, guy. Oh, Michael, how's it going? Watching David Hookstead videos with active duty stories from tough situations. Ooh, yeah, that stuff is scary. Every once in a while, I'll come across a video on Tumblr, and it won't have any tags or any other additional information. You just kind of have to trust what you're going to see based on the person who posted it. So you tap it, and it's like the middle of some combat situation, people running, explosions, dust and blood, and it's usually people getting out safe. I don't know if you're allowed to post videos of people getting hurt in war on Tumblr. I'm not into that, and I've never come across it, so hopefully it's not there. They've already got pornography. Don't need to see that there, but they've got it. All right, John's new Durango. It's got rust, but not like the old one. That is okay. Sitting here trying really hard to think about what I did today, and I don't quite remember. I do know that because where I live, there's a trailer park, and they've slowly been like cutting down the trees and tearing down the actual trailers and just concreting over. So from 8:30 this morning until 6:30 this evening, all I heard was that damn, beeping from them, backing up trucks and that. So I've had the window closed most of the day. That's not good for my tinnitus. Oh, Jenna, how's it going? Eating din din now. Awesome. Yeah, that's what I did today. I remember now. Dude, I ate twice. I was, eh, I don't know. I mean, my weight's been the same. I've been at 99 all month so far, knock on wood. And, I was hungry, and it was between like 1 and noon and 2. I was like, damn it, let me just do this. So, I mentioned this before in the chat room, but bagels, just get you some bagels, toast them, put butter on them, slice of cheese, bacon, and then I nuke it. So, the bacon, not the bacon, sorry, the cheese melts. And then, you're careful because the whole thing's hot and it's crunch. Oh, it's so good. I made like 2 of those. It's not a whole lot of calories. I added it. I mean, not the butter. I'm not going to add up butter, but let's say about like 310, 320 calories for one. So that's not so bad. But then it's 2 o'clock. I do need to eat around 4 or 4:30, so I wouldn't be sitting here hungry at 7, 8, 9 o'clock. So I was like, okay, let me make my soup that I usually have. I got halfway through that. I'm like, really? I got to finish all this? It's not a lot of food. I'm just, maybe I should have spaced it out more. But oh, Jenna's eating better than me. She's got brisket. Hell yeah. I'll just read the chat room. Just long form narratives on that, but I think important. Michael saying, Oh, Erica, a Coast Guard rescued a sailor and his dog off Florida's coast today. Good. Yeah, I did want to mention too, like shout out to Florida, the Floridians, Florida Frank Lee's, yeah, Chris Han Hall, Grace still plays. I don't know exactly where everybody is in Florida, but I hope everybody got through is it Hurricane Helene? I hope they got through it okay. One fella I do follow on Tumblr, he's posting last night talking about I don't think my house is gonna survive this flood or this hurricane, and then he's posting pictures today of just like water on the floors, water in the kitchen, water places where it should not be in the house, like you can just let's see the tiny little tips of the blades of grass in the yard, and the rest is flooded. And then I kind of was in a hurry. I scrolled all the way to the bottom, and he's talking about he's homeless now. Like, I hope he's exaggerating. I hope he didn't lose his house. That's terrible. That's what happened to Rob's mom. Rob, who, I don't know if you guys know him from Quite Frankly. He used to be around a lot more, and now he shows up, if we're lucky, once a year. But a couple years ago, a few years ago, I don't know exactly where his mom lives, but something happened, her house flooded, she lost absolutely everything. And I think that's around the time Rob had to kind of go away because he was helping his mom out. And plus, works, he's got family, he's got stuff to do. So that's terrible. I hope she's getting, has gotten back on her feet by now. That has been a minute. LB Chap saying the main reason they place concrete is to settle down the moisture from the ground. Oh my God. Oh, John Rogers. Whew. Oh my God. Said I left my phone at the DMV. Luckily, I got it back. Oh, jeez. Nobody took any like obscene pictures and then left the phone there. Oh. North Carolinians too. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Look out, North Carolina. Because I know Jim Lee's in one of the Carolinas. South Carolina? Oh, that's not cool. Chat disconnected. Chat successfully connected. You better get your shit together, chat room. You cannot do that when I'm live. Kung Fu Rob. Yeah, Michael. Yeah, you know him. Yeah, Rob does have his, goodness, I cannot recall his website off the top of my head. But he is into, like, Kung Fu, breathing, training. Oh, I never knew that. B-Chap going on to say, especially for carports, to stop the moisture going underneath vehicles to rust the car parts. Okay, I understand the reason for parking on concrete now. I was today years old when I found that out. Thank you. A carport, that's the same as that parking lot for the Americans. What do you think the homeowners should do along the coastlines? Well, you're definitely praying is going to not hurt at all. But in addition to praying, I would really hope that they have like a place, like family or friends that are less hurricaney, that they can like drive to, like can safely drive to and get to, so they have a safe place to rest their heads. Kara, yeah, hey, what's up? And as far as I know, they're still together. Yeah, still engaged to Rob and Krista. Krista is the one who said that I sounded like I had I forget the name of the kind of hair, but it's like when girls have like brown hair and then they dye it blonde, it's like that kind of hair. I Auburn, I'm not gonna ombre. I don't know. I'm gonna mess up the name of it. I used to know. I can see it in my head. I need to push this back just a bit. I feel like it's falling. Just like looking at the screen, I feel like it's too. Hold on. Trying to make sure it's like an L shape for. Okay, I think I'm all right. Plus, I got taller over the night. Had a growth spurt. Maybe my balls dropped. Jenna, I like that. Yeah, I think they should put tiny homes on wheels along the coastlines instead of multi-million-dollar homes. Or if you are a millionaire, just like have your tiny home by the water and then just like wheel it back in when it gets wet, and then you can roll it back out when it dries. That sounds practical. But why do you need two homes? Jenna, they make our insurance rise. Yeah. That's why I don't understand, like here, like if you drive down, I think it's Route 6, it goes along the coastline of Lake Erie, and there's some very nice houses along the coastline, but you have to realize it's a nice house in Ohio. The hell is there in Ohio? Michael, yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, my mind goes to, straight to taking lewd photos with somebody else's phone. Yeah, I thought that's what you're supposed to do when you find a phone. At least guys, you know, stick it down your pants, flash a few pictures, and then set it back down. That way, when they open up their pictures, they got some random guy's dick on their phone. Like, God damn it! But like, don't do anything to the phone. Just take the dirty pictures and set the phone down. You don't want to be you don't want to. Is that a crime? I guess if you're under 18, it would be a crime. But if you're over 18, you're just a pervert. The insurance on the coastline in hurricane regions is outrageous. I hear Kara's saying, yeah, that's insane. Aw, quite weddings, you know? Because that's what Thick Rick could have done with Tanya, but they didn't tell anybody they were getting married until a couple months after the fact. Frank's, you know, why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell us? Chris, yeah, I love to fish, but now I don't have to leave my bed. Yeah, you just, if you're on like the second floor, you can just stick your a fishing pole out the window and get a bucket for the fish and you just do your thing. Everybody's saying hi and getting comfy. Oh, Caffeine Addict, hi, yeah, welcome to the show. Yeah, this is me. With my shirt that always likes to bunch up in the one spot. Like right now, it's like the sun's, I'm sure it's gone. It's been overcast all day again today. Well, the sun came out for like 10 minutes earlier. uh, yeah, I don't know. I tried to fix this. My hair did decide to unalive itself 2 years ago, come January. Yeah, it is a new shirt. This is the Thursday shirt. Not sponsored. I like it because it's thin. It is a thinner, you know, material. If I do, if and when I do go shirt shopping, I'd like more of the same. But then I gotta realize as soon as I do buy shirts, the weather's gonna take a dive. And I don't know, whatever I prepare for, the weather's gonna do the opposite. But I'll get it sorted out. I do need to go to a store and clothes shop. Like I bought bras earlier this year. Isn't that enough? I'm not a clothes shopping girl. You can't see your hair flyaways. Yeah, it's kind of that is the good thing about the low light. It does hide the. You know what I did? I had my hair braided all day, so it's got this real pretty nice little wave to it. You can't see it on camera because it's too dark, so it just looks like Hermione hair. Maybe it's a little less frazzled than it was yesterday. But what it does with the low light is, yeah, you can't see how clean my hair is with my expensive shampoo and conditioner, but it also hides the grays. So it makes me look younger, but then there's a face. So I don't know what the age it quite makes me. Yeah, Michael, that's what it is. Fun to have an auxiliary frankly chat with y'all. That's what it is. Yeah, so it'd be worse like if I had a white background when I couldn't watch my own show, but then you would see all my flyaways. I want to be able to, I want it to get cooler so I can just wear my hair down. But if I just clip it back like I did for some of my videos, it was fine for a 20-minute video. I don't know if my hair is strong enough to hold up a clip for 2 hours. Because again, with the whole unalivedness of it. A caffeine addict. Yeah, I've been watching Nikki for years on, quite frankly, when she had the other last name. Yeah, I started out with my other last name. I got rid of, I dropped that in about, I want to say March of 2021. So it's just Nikki M for a hot minute. But then I could not tag my own channel because there are literally so many Nikki M's. I would go to tag my channel, it would link to some other girl. I don't know her. I don't know any other Nikki's. Uh, and then when I started dropping my own content, I realized I need a way to brand myself. I need to differentiate myself from the other Nikki M's. And I had the idea for the last name probably April, May, and then was kind of kicking around some other ideas, but there really was only one choice. And then June 9th was the whole day was spent changing my handles on all my social media to what it is currently. I'm Nikki M. Carlin everywhere with that capital L in Carlin. It's like a poor man's copyright. Mahler does the same thing. He does MAU, then capital LER. So that did take all day long, and I will never do it again. That's the third time. That's the last time. There was the first time with my first handle 10 years ago, then again with Nikki M, and then finally with Nikki M. Carlin. That is it. That is a stage name. That's staying in place. No matter what my legal last name is, it's not changing online. And it didn't exist before me, I checked. I did, Michael. Yeah, I've known some Nickies. I worked with a Nicole once at the factory. And I'm thinking, oh shit, this chick's gonna be nuts. Because, girl, like, I'm not gonna hang out with another girl named Nikki. That chick's nuts. I don't need any more crazy in my life. But she was pretty cool. The nature of the factory being like the more you like somebody, the less time they were going to be there. So if she was around for like a month or so, and it is just fine. It was not a didn't talk too much or too little. That's basically what it is in the factory. If somebody is just because some of those chicks seriously will sit there and talk 40 hours a day or 40 hours a week. It felt like 40 hours a day. Then one girl, I love this girl because she never talked. She would like talk a little bit. It's not like she was shy, but she would not sit there and like tell you about her day or tell you about stuff she did. She was just quiet and just did her job. Oh, Dragon Sage, how's it going? Carrot, yeah, Prince wrote the Nicki song. I still have yet to listen to that. One of these days, I'll just break down and pop it in. And I mean, like Prince, he did wear purple. And then Frank does play that clip of Prince sometimes. It's at some award show, it seems like, and Prince is up there talking about, use the internet. Don't let the internet use you. Something along those lines. Trying to, wake folks up. Yeah, darling Nikki. Yeah. I was getting that back. I was like 18 years old working at the theater, and somebody mentioned Darling Nikki. He's like, you know that song? I'm like, it's like, oh, you're probably too young. It's like, yeah, just take your popcorn, asshole. I didn't ask you any questions, did I? It's very sultry. Oh, I like that. I like sexy songs. Yeah, so to my knowledge, the hurricane's kind of already hit and it's kind of just doing the aftermath thing, but I hope everybody can, swim. They got out, they got their pets out. Uh, that's the thing I hate to hear about. Don't let me hear about people leaving their pets behind. Like, you should just lie face down in the water and inhale if you're going to leave your pets behind. The neighbor lady stole the kitty. I never see it anymore. Oh, hell no. I know where I would be at 3 a.m. It's like, let me ask the cat where he wants to live. And if he acts like he doesn't like it here, you're going to have a bad day, woman. Oh, Caffeine Addict saying we're getting wind and rain on and off in Alabama. Ugh. Yeah, then maybe that'll all come up here, and then sometimes when there are hurricanes, they blow all the way up north, and then like Frank will be getting rain from a hurricane after a week, half a week, however long it takes for the weather to travel up to him. Oh, Jen, I've been raining on and off all day in PA. Yeah, we were supposed to get rain. I thought I heard some, but then again, I don't look out the window since it hurts to look out the window without sunglasses on. So I just don't. Like Finding Nemo movie. Just said keep swimming. Yeah, yeah, your house floods, you just keep swimming. So far, no tornadoes. Good. Yeah, that's what they did. What was it? The 24th, the day we had the power outage. I'm sitting there, quite frankly, and it's like 7:50, 8 o'clock, and I hear the sirens go off. So I'm like, fuck this. Earplugs in. And all it did was start raining. We don't need a rain alarm. There's not going to be a tornado. There's not going to be a tornado during, quite frankly. And furthermore, tornadoes are afraid of me. So there's no point in even sounding off that alarm at all. Maybe it's going to hit on the edge of town. We had one hit underneath the town once in the 90s, but that's as close as they will come to me. So at least a 10 or 15-minute drive away, whatever that is in miles. Dragon Sage saying she was always asking about it, the cat, and she built a heated house for it when her dog died. Now Kitty lives there and never comes over to my yard. I trained Kitty to trust people, then she took it. That bitch. Karma on her. I'll be chap saying some different things happened. I left the clothes pegs bucket open and heaps of clothes pegs disappeared from the bucket. I caught a magpie nicking the clothes pegs a few days later. That bird's like, wait a minute, I like those. Yoink. Free clothes pegs. That's all right. Kara's saying I kind of forgot some of the lyrics. Apologies for mentioning it. It's been so long since I heard it. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, there are some songs that yeah, like I can still learn songs as bad as my memory has been for almost 10 years. I can still learn songs, but then, you learn some new stuff. The old stuff gets pushed out of your brain. What's up, Moon Bunny? And so I mostly know, and I am the type of person where if I like a song, I have to learn it. So I have to be able to sing it all the way through. And the only real exception to that is some rap songs I don't know all the way through. I mentioned Mockingbird, but I don't know that whole song for another reason. Hell yeah, Chris is saying, hell, if there was a tornado, I'll get my surfboard. Like the song said, riding the storm out. Yeah, yeah, it'll be fine. You just, end up in the lake. You might end up in Canada. You just swim back. Oh, Jenna said, I watched a video today that might help you with your eyes. Mix 1/4 teaspoon baking soda and half a teaspoon of castor oil. Rub on your eyes, rub on your eyes and put a warm cloth on for 15 minutes, then wash off. Okay. I've got baking soda. Castor. Thank you. I will look into that. Thank you very much. All the neighbors know Dragon Sage is saying it's still nice for her. A couple weeks ago, she complained about my archery in my yard. Now I can't shoot bows in my yard. What a damn witch. You know what? I would just split the difference. And since she stole your cat, I would start accidentally leaving arrows sticking in her house. Talking about Kara's long handle. I like that. Yeah, castor oil seems to be a thing that helps with a lot of stuff, like you're saying. Just check on my battery power. It's okay. Chris, I'm a human jukebox. LOL. Yeah, I used to be better with that. It's like 10 plus years ago. Oh, what's up, Dusty Blue? How's it going? Remember to smash the like button if you haven't already. Castor oil certainly plumps up eyelashes. Nice. I've heard it's good for eyelashes. It's nice that we have I bitch slap Satan because then we got sentences here like Jenna. Me too, Satan. Different Satan. Okay, Dragon Sage, yeah, cited the bylaw rules no archery within a 50-meter residence, 50 meters of a residence. Well, just tell her that you're English, and by law, you have to practice with your bow and arrow 2 hours a day. Now, that is an old law, but it is still a law. So just like fly the Union Jack and say some Monty Python quotes and just let the arrows fly. No arrows. I'm English. Oh, castor oil and moisturizer gets rid of wrinkles. That's what I need. And helps hair follicles. Yeah, wow. I wonder what it would be like to have hair. That's the only thing that gets me pissed off about going live. I don't mind setting things up. I don't mind because I can set things up pretty quickly as far as moving things around, moving the light around. Uh, but what pisses me off the most is I spend the most time trying to get my hair in such a way to not look as bald as I do. And my hair will want to like part and just like all the way it makes me look balder than I am. It's really not as bad in person, but you can't tell that to the camera because the camera picks you up a different way. So that's like a half an hour fight and flop sweat, and that's literally the worst part. If that was not an issue, or if it was just bright enough for me to wear a hat, it would take out a lot of the stress. But that's really the only bad thing about going live. Everything else is fun. Oh, Colt here is saying for the castor oil, I use it on my eyelashes and it's helped. You know what? Hopefully, do a crisscross part for your hair. You'll have to try something. And I'm not the type to like sit and like play with my hair when I'm not just about to go live. Because like I can like put it up to go out in public, but that's fine. I'm really not gonna be. I don't go out and take selfies with strangers. I'm not. I'm not that popular yet. No, just kidding. Um, it's just because it's on camera and it's permanent and the videos last forever. Jumping out into public does not. Moon Bunny, yes, sometimes when I comment in the chat, by the time I'm done, the subject changes. It does happen like that, but that's okay because what can happen is, like this will happen at quite frankly, it gets so far into the show, then somebody shows up late and they're maybe 20 minutes behind, but they'll still comment on a topic we were just talking about. That's all right because sometimes it just brings it back up in the chat room and there's more to say, so we just bring it up again or continue with it. Maybe there were some more funny lines, or we didn't think of something at the time that we thought they were thinking of 20 minutes later, and it brings it back up and we still have fun with it. So like that's okay. That's why it quite frankly has never been the place to follow along with what Frank is talking about. It was not like that when I showed up. If the chat room is too on topic, I'll talk about something else just to for the variety, because there's so many people, and quite frankly you can have a variety of conversations going on and it's not going to interfere with anything. It's not like Frank is sitting there reading the whole chat, every chat room the way I am. It's just the one chat room here, so he literally does not have time to do that and put on a show, so it's understandable. Oh, Jenna's saying, I bought a glass roller bottle for my face. Yeah, that's good. Glass, something that's not porous. It's not going to get bacteria in it to spread it around. Everyone reads backwards anyway, so can follow threads. Yeah, yeah, sometimes I'm like reading from the bottom back up and then scrolling back up and I'm trying to like redo the, rearrange the thoughts or the words, putting them the right way in my head, even though I'm reading them backwards. And what's up, Ricky Lynn? Yeah, they need to enforce the 1900s law against public spitting, Moon Bunny said. Yeah, they really do. Oh, thanks. I bitch slapped Satan. I'm good. Just funny. Sometimes, Michael, yes, sometimes it seems like Frank catches every message. Because, like, while he's not, like, oh, yeah, that's right, so and so in the chat room, like, he's not saying that, but he is still, like, noticing what people say. So every once in a while, he'll be like, like this person in this chat room, yeah, to whatever they asked. Or, so and so in this chat room said this. So he'll comment on that. So he is always, every once in a while, looking and he has better vision than me, so I'm sure he could read faster than me. So maybe he is keeping up with more in the chat room that he's letting on. Oh, Dusty Blue saying peppermint and castor scalp oil boost micro circulation to the scalp, allowing blood to reach the scalp faster, and even widening vessels to improve blood flow and encourage hair growth. Awesome. Except for the peppermint, I'm allergic to. That is an instant migraine. Kara says, can't see what you're talking about with bald spots, but there's some makeup powder stuff you can use, the eyebrow powder on the hairline. Here's what I want. Did you ever watch The Critic from 1994? It was a cartoon. John Lovitz voiced the character. And before he was going out to do his show, there's Doris just spraying. It looked like hair, black spray paint, but it was just spraying on the back of his bald spot. But that's what I need right up here. But yeah, that black powder stuff, just something for the camera, just to fool it. And what's up? That's to Francois Nada. Pardon me if I said that incorrectly. My French is pish poor. I know a handful of French words, not enough to really put together a sentence. And then, and speaking of French and subtitles, I didn't have a chance to mention this yesterday. Oh yeah, caffeine addict saying spitting is disgusting. To spit on anyone is no class, very disrespectful, and who knows if hepatitis, etc. It's also I think you can catch an assault charge or something. So it's something like that. I don't go around spitting on people, but I just heard from people who do. Moon Bunny, oh my god, I tried castor oil for my scalp and I'm still washing it out a week later. Yeah, I tried castor oil. It must have been the generic kind or the wrong kind, or I was doing it wrong, and it just made my hair so heavy and disgusting. And I had to film with my hair that day, and I don't recall which video that was, but I got through it. Not my best hair day. I've never had a good hair day in my entire life. That is no exaggeration. I've never been able to do anything at all with my hair. It does whatever it wants at all times. So sometimes it will look cute when I could like clip it up. It would just fall naturally and look like cute, but that's got nothing to do with me. That's the hair clip and gravity. I didn't decide that. It decided that. Jojoba or something, Kara saying. Try mineral oil or a baby oil on your scalp, etc. It works. Okay, yeah. Yeah, my hair is frizzy. Yeah, it started out thick, then it got thin. I think when I lost weight. And then I think from wearing like hair nets at the job for 8 years, that didn't do anything good for it. And then it just decided life was no longer worth living a couple years ago. Like I say, 2 years ago in January. Kara was wearing a ball cap for a week, just greasy head. Yeah, I found coconut oil works well too. I've heard coconut oil works good for your skin. That's right. Yeah, Ricky Lynn, spitting on someone is assault. If you spit on a cop and you unfortunately have AIDS, you find yourself with a attempted murder charge. Spitting foul. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't keep your fluids to yourself. Yeah, Dragon Sage. Yeah, ask Diddy for some baby oil. Argan oil is great for hair growth. I've heard of that too. So, like I said, I started in with the very first episode of that, the Walking Dead spinoff with Daryl Dixon, Norman Reedus, and it takes place in France. And, of course, there's subtitles. So, I mean, I don't speak French, so I do need those subtitles. And I'm like, well, whatever, they're in France, I should expect this. And I do want to watch the rest of that. It can't be too many episodes. And then that is on Netflix, so it is not free that I know of. Yeah, spitting on someone is so gross. You are right, Dragon Sage. Uh oh no, caffeine addict. Coconut oil also turns your hair blonde if you're always in the sun. Okay, I don't have to worry about that. I'm always inside. I bitch slap Satan. We'll never look at baby oil the same way again. I mean, one bottle fine, but if I see like a case of it, it's like that better not all be going to one place. But anyway, this was called again on Netflix, Monsieur Spade, about Sam Spade. If you know about him, great. I don't recall anything. I probably knew more about the guy, and of course I've forgotten it. So I'm just diving into it blind. And it had the main actor in it is Owen Wilson. No, not Owen Wilson. Goodness, so sorry. Clive Owen, is that his name? Never seen him in anything before that I knew of. I looked him up. I've seen him in like two things that I can barely remember. So I basically don't know the guy, and that's kind of a big deal since I'm a movie watcher. But some stuff does fly under my radar. That's okay. I like to see new stuff sometimes. So let me dive into this. And here we go again with the goddamn subtitles. With a Mansour, I knew it was going to be French. I didn't realize they were going to be speaking French and not just speaking with, English with French accents. So it's like, okay, here I go. I can't watch it like lying down like this. I've got to like sit up or like lie straight to read it. Great. It was good though. It was really good. It's 6 episodes long. It could have been 10. I was entertained. I was there for it. Apparently it started out on AMC. It is from this year, from 2024. And it kind of takes place in a few different times. It's like the 40s and the 50s, but it mostly takes place in the early 60s. So that the style of clothing, reflects that if you're into that. And, like the older cars, all that kind of stuff. And plus it's another country, so it kind of seems a little bit more farther back in time compared to the United States at that time. Not in a bad way. I did like it. I was entertained. Good acting. Don't really want to spoil it too much for you. If you don't know Clive Owen from anything like me, he's a good actor. I'm sold on the guy. Dude was playing a hard ass. He reminded me of Mae West in My Little Chickadee. Like, you cannot intimidate this guy for 1 second. And Mae West is the exact same, especially in that movie. So, I'd parallel because that was not a comedy I was watching. Uh, it's got violence. It's not really, I don't want to say it's too sexual, but then at the same time, there is nudity. And it's always the people you never want to see. So here's Homeboy diving into his pool, and somebody shows up to introduce himself. So guy gets out of his pool, Clive Owen does, and the other actor, some, English guy, he's acting like he doesn't want to, look at him. And I'm thinking, why not? The guy was wearing swim trunks, right? I didn't see him dive in. I was looking away for a second. But dude doesn't want to look at him, and I'm thinking, like, why? Is he wearing embarrassing, shorts? What's going on? They pull it to a long shot, and here's him, embarrassed guys like this, and then there's Clive Owen, and you just get a full shot of his ass. Didn't want to see that. There it was. I'm like, okay, yeah, I see why guy is like this, because like dude had to be fully exposed in the front. So he finally grabs a towel And he starts, I'm thinking, God, thank God he's covering himself up. I'm done with this. I've seen enough. No, he's just drying himself off. Dude is still just in his birthday suit. And there's the other actor. And it's like, cover up. They're talking this whole time, having a conversation. Dude finally covers up. I'm like, thank you. Thank you. It is daytime. I know this is your house, but it's so that happened. And then like there's more nudity later on. I didn't need to see that. But it's not gratuitous. It's not like it's a sex scene, which would have been hilarious because sex scenes in movies are just funny to me. It takes me right out of the movie. I start laughing because it looks so fake. That was not the situation. And it doesn't keep happening. It's like maybe 2 episodes where there's like nudity. And I wonder how they got around that on AMC, but that's besides the point. Really good on Netflix. 6 episodes, should have been 10. Check it out. Carrie, yeah, someone spits on me, it's not going to end well for them. I know that's right. I got something that can fly at you a little bit faster. Hold on. It's right behind this trigger. Jenna, I want to put up my 9. I know that's right. Oh, Dusty Blue saying, when I was in Ethiopia years back, stayed with the Rasta family for a week. One day the kids wanted to braid my long hair, so I let them. They put Vaseline first, and oh my God, nightmare washing. Oh, oh my God, that would suck. Oh, Moon Bunny, I live in Arizona, so the oil literally cooks in my hair, and the glare that comes off of my head from the sun is blinding. Oh my goodness, yeah. You can see it from Google Earth. Vaseline in the hair? I just, I don't know. I can't wrap my head around that. Oh, Kara, I'm so disappointed with the Walking Dead spinoffs. Wow, I haven't finished the Daryl series. Did it get better? I just saw the 1 episode so far. It is intriguing enough that I do want to see what else is going on with it. So, and I am a huge Norman Reedus fan, just period. So I will be watching all of that. And then I am interested. I wanted to check out the one with Negan. Unfortunately, Maggie Green is there, but I like Negan. So I would watch it for that. And Jeffrey Dean Morgan is a good actor. I've seen him in a few other things that are not The Walking Dead. So back when he was bigger, they made him lose a lot of weight for that character. I'm not saying he was fat before, but the man got so skinny he lost his ass. So they did make him slim down for that role. But I wanted to see that. I can see how the Negan one would not be good because Maggie Green there, and that bitch is a fucking psycho, and so is her kid. I never liked her. Maggie killed Glenn. I stand by that. And everybody, oh, poor Glenn, poor Maggie. Why were they out that day? Is gasoline free in the zombie apocalypse? Were they just out for a joyride with half the cast? No. Why were they out that day? Who was the reason they had to leave that day? Maggie. Maggie Green. I have to say that because there's another Maggie that I love, and then there's the Maggie that I hate. Entirely different shows. Nothing against the actresses, of course. Francois, I avoid French movies. I don't know why everything I've been watching is French. Like, I don't know this language. Oh, Dragon Sage. I was a beach bum for a while in my early 20s. I could not be in the sun that much. There's no Wi-Fi out there. How am I going to look at my screen when the sun is glaring down? What am I going to do at 4 p.m.? Can't put my laptop in the sand at 7 p.m.? I do like to be in the water. Like I do like to swim or like be on a boat, just be near water. I do like that. So I can understand wanting to be on the beach. Yeah, looking for dragon sage. Yeah, hunting for stones and shells. Like get some seashells and like clean them off and make a necklace out of them or something. Always wanted to do that. Make you feel like a mermaid. Hold on, the lead male actor is gorgeous. Wait, what film? What film? Hold on. I gotta go back. Is that La Silence de la Mer? What's that like the Quiet Ocean? See, I know French. Can't say it back. Now, the thing with like French or Romance languages, you just look for, because I did take a year of Spanish in high school and I did well in it, but if you don't use it, you lose it. So it's not like I can sit here and speak it back or form sentences, but I know a handful of it. And if you know Spanish, you can read Italian. No joke. And then since those Romance languages are so similar, you just look for words that look like similar to other words and you can figure stuff out. Same thing with like Dutch and German. Just if you know one language, you basically know the other one. You just look for words that look similar and you can kind of figure it out. And then Dutch is so close to English. The only thing closer to English is Scottish. Yeah, Dragon said, yeah, in my 20s we didn't have laptops or phones. Michael, yes, serious passion for zombie apocalypse shows. Yeah, I'm not even a zombie person. That's the thing. I liked a couple zombie movies and then back when oh, what is the name? Let me plug this in. Talk Soup. Joel McHale used to host it. They had they were talking about The Walking Dead, and it kind of it was I could probably find the episode this happens as, but they go to back up and like the wheel is spinning on some zombies and then it's like blood flying out and body parts and whatever. That was specifically the scene, but there had been a Walking Dead marathon on for Independence Day in 2013. So I got caught up with a lot of it then. And about season 4, that's when I'm like, who's this Archer guy? And what's going on with like Carol? I didn't know who Carol was at the time, but this is when they were in the prison. Didn't know what was going on with her. Like, who's this Archer guy? I like Legolas anyway. And then so that's what got me into the show. So I was a few years behind when I got into it, but the end of season 4 I was going along with like 10 years ago, at this time I was staying caught up with The Walking Dead. If you know the episode Still from season 4, that's my favorite episode. One of my favorite episodes. So I'm kind of picky. And then like I did watch Z Nation because somebody recommended it to me and it was a good recommendation. It does have its, low points and it's a couple of bottle episodes you can straight up skip. But I have not seen Zombie Land. I don't I haven't seen Night of the Living Dead or any of those like old school retro zombie. Like I like Dracula. I haven't seen every Dracula film, but vampires are okay with me. And then now I'm into Dark Shadows. Love language classes. I bitch slap Satan. Me too. I wish my mind could remember languages. I tried so hard to learn Dutch, and then, maybe if I could speak it back to somebody, I would have stuck with it more. But I know more Scottish than Dutch. Oh, yeah. And then if you really want to get turned off from learning French, try to figure out the way they count numbers. Yeah, that will make you just say fuck it. I had 4 years of French, can't put a sentence together. Definitely use it or lose it, Moon Bunny. Yeah. German officer is played by Swiss actor Thomas Jourenet. He was young in the film. Probably butchered that name. Dragon Sage, okay, yeah, studied French all through school. Can't really speak it, but can get the gist in a conversation. That's good. Oh, yeah, yeah, Jenna, yeah, take it easy. Yeah, gotta proofread your dad's living trust. That's a good idea. Yeah, if you can't trust somebody to leave your money to, you don't do that. My plan is I would like to spend all of my money and be in crushing debt when I die because I don't have any dependents. It's not like they can go after any family for it. So I don't have anyone to leave my money to. So I'll spend all that up. I earned it. Michael, yeah, now Archer, that's a show I can get behind. Damn straight. I don't know if that's still going on because there was like a writer's strike. I don't know if they ever came back. It might be on Netflix or something so I can get caught up. I love Archer is so good. Ever watch Train to Busan? Have not seen that. Like I was saying with zombie films, before The Walking Dead, there was 28 Days Later. I liked that, and then Shaun of the Dead was out a few years later. I liked that, but I don't go near zombies. I don't see the appeal. They're not sexy. They don't scare me because they're slow. But then I guess was it 28 Days Later introduced the fast zombies, and that's what had people freaked out. They're like, yeah, that is scary. They are kind of hauling ass. Dragon Sage. I would like to learn that too. He said I studied Latin on my own for a time. It's hard to learn without using it because it's so much branches off from Latin. I'd like to learn to read ancient Sumerian. Dragon Sage says, yeah. Like I do have my how to read Egyptian hieroglyphs. It does have pronunciations in there, so you can, theoretically speak it, but what you have to understand is that ancient Egyptians did not add in vowels, so it's the experts kind of guessing at which vowels are used. Like it's the difference between Ray and Ra. 28 days later, then there's like 28 weeks later, something like that. And I don't remember if I saw it. And again, if I saw it once, it was back in the day, and I don't remember it. But I think I did watch it, and I didn't like it as much as the first one. Like it was too different. Like if you watch the Blair Witch Project, and then they made a Blair Witch Project 2, nothing at all like the first one. Like just leave that alone. Michael, I have not looked any. Well, I did look up a little bit. I'm like, well, I know they've got some Monty Python on Tubi, right? So I type in Monty Python, and it doesn't give me any movies. It gives me other Monty Python stuff. I'm like, well, that's weird. Like, hold on, my bad. Monty Python's Flying Circus, enter. And it gave me a bunch of weird options. I'm like, you know what? Let me just leave this alone. Let me see if there's any more recommendations tonight, and then I will run with that. And is that plugged in? It is plugged in. Okay, great. And see, that's got me to thinking, because I know we want to do, like, did we want to stick with comedy? I did! Moon Bunny American Horror Story is fantastic up until Roanoke was the last good season. Murder House, the first season it is not the best. People act like it is the best season. It's not the best season. Asylum is, and Hotel is, and another one I can't quite remember because there are a few. Without looking at any, notes or anything like that. Evan Peters is phenomenal. He bears a slight resemblance to Laurence Olivier if you want to look that closely at the man. And you do want to look that closely at the man, especially from the back. but he's a great actor. Jessica Lange is in a lot of them. She's very good, of course. I mean, like she's always. I mean, she's good in every single season. So don't get me wrong. And then, goodness, I cannot remember the lady's name. You know what? She was in Joker. She played Joker's mom. That's kind of why I watched that movie because I'm like, hey, I recognize her from American Horror Story. Um, now, Asylum, Murder House. This is not in any kind of order. There was, I know Hotel was season 5. Then Roanoke was after that. A freak show when they're in Florida and it's the 50s. That one's really good. That one it kind of creeps me out with Sarah Paulson's just with the twins. There's one thing in there I really don't want to watch again because it just the idea of it. But I cannot think of anybody's name. This is terrible. From What's Love Got to Do with It? You know who I'm talking about. She played Tina Turner. She is the best. She's in a few other seasons. She's in a Coven. Coven's really good too. Don't get me wrong. Um, but she's even better in Freak Show. Now Hotel. What happened was Jessica Lange was no longer on the cast, so they got Lady Gaga. But Dennis O'Hare is the best thing about Hotel, and I love the character that Evan Peters plays. And then at one point, spoilers for some of this, they go back. They have some deceased psychos from the past. Let's say Lily Rabe. Oh my fucking god, this woman is such a fucking powerhouse of an actress. This girl is the only reason why you should watch American Horror Story 1984. That whole season fucking sucks except for I think 2 jokes and her, and she's not even in it until like the last few episodes. Other than that, it's terrible. Um oh my god. Roanoke is good. It kind of goes for some like twists at the end, and then like the very last episode I didn't like, but the whole rest of it is good. It creeped me the hell out. And then Cult was too of its time. It was like 2016, and then this was about the election. So I mean, like you can go through it and choke it down, but and then Apocalypse is no. And then they did a season in New York, and to my mind, it was like Pose. If you watched Pose, it also had Evan Peters in season 1. It was like Spooky Pose. That's all it was. And I can't believe I sat through that. And let me go back and read the chat room. I got so distracted by that. But you do want to watch American Horror Story up to a point. Oh, American Werewolf in London was a good film. I Stand Behind Ostrog, parentheses, The Island, and Masterminds for Comedy. Okay, that's Masterminds. I don't know if I wrote that down yesterday. I remember when the movie Night of the Living Dead came out, my parents, to my bro, and I took the drive-in to watch. We had pillows and blankets and laid on the hood of the car. Dusty Blue was saying, that is cool. Yeah, Jessica Lange is very good. Watch a movie called Titus from 1999. It has Anthony Hopkins. It has Jessica Lange. It has Angus McFadden. Very kind of stylized movie, but it is very good. It has other actors. It has Alan Cumming. It has one of the best one of my favorite line deliveries ever in a film is in Titus, and it is very, very early on. It's delivered by Jessica Lange. I kind of don't even want to say it because I could never say it with the passion in which she does say it, but you might realize it when you hear it. And then maybe we can talk about it later on. But do watch Titus. It is that old that it should be around places. It did fly under the radar even at the time. Oh, The Dead Zone is a good read, Erica is saying. Yeah, Monty Python and the Holy Grail, 1975. Life of Brian, 1979. And The Meaning of Life, 1983. Patrick is saying, fuck yeah. Oh, man. Monty Python and the Holy Grail is perfect. Like, that film has no flaws. I don't care. And then Life of Brian, I just thought it was funny. Like, wow, they're making fun of the Catholic Church. I didn't know you could do that. You kind of couldn't. They got in trouble for it. But they're okay. And then Meaning of Life. Some people don't like Meaning of Life. I do. People complain it's too much like a kind of like the TV series, kind of like just like sketch after sketch after sketch. Screw that. That film has gold in it. Oh my god. Michael Palin. Fuck. Then the really weird part with it and like the elephant and Graham Chapman and the Get Up, and I don't want to spoil it for you. And oh yeah, Stevie Nicks was in that. I forgot about that. Yeah, she does make a cameo in Coven and maybe in Apocalypse. I swear she did cameos twice because they kind of Apocalypse kind of does callbacks to better seasons because it was that bad. And it looked like they didn't have the budget to spend because I think everything takes place in literally one set. They don't go outside for reasons. There is like outside stuff going on, but the whole of the series kind of just takes place inside of a place. And it's not going to kill you, but it was not. It's not as bad as 1984. American Horror Horror Story. Wikipedia. Go there. Dragon Sage, I used to read books like mad. I've slowed down now. Just mostly read about bow making, native cultures, and herbs and plants, and philosophy, and metaphysics, and stuff. Okay, I still read. Yeah. I don't read books. I only read encyclopedias. It's similar to the Simpsons cartoon. The first few seasons were totally hilarious and proceeded to be entertaining until season 9. After they made the Simpsons cartoon movie, it was very bad. Yeah, they have I like it, it is one of those things. I'm glad it's still going, but it's not anything I've stayed caught up with in many years. But I mean as a child, of course, I was always there with it. You have to know the Simpsons and South Park and Family Guy and Futurama to survive these times. Caffeine Addict, yeah, I've seen Titus with Jessica Lange. Yeah, that take not my firstborn son. Love her read of that line. Fuck. I wonder if that was the first take. And it's Shakespeare, so it's like heavy stuff as far as dialogue goes. Oh, I love the Northern Exposure series. Dusty Blue saying I did an art residency in Newfoundland for a month. It was truly a Northern Exposure experience. Oh, wow, that's cool. Dragon Sage, who has time to read 3 books a week these days? Oh, I remember reading. Used to always have at least 2 books going. Uh, just show me the seasons. Murder House. Yeah, it's now I had a listing of these somewhere. I did my own, rating system, but I don't know where that is. Yeah, that was Murder House. That was maybe like a 6 or a 7. Asylum was a 10. Coven. Coven had to be up there. That was like an 8 or a 9. Freak Show was a 10. Hotel was a 10. Oh my God, Hotel. Again, Dennis O'Hare. And his birthday's like the day before mine. So, yes, he's on my cusp. And I know Dennis O'Hare from regular Law and Order. He was on maybe 3 episodes over the years playing different characters. Check him out. Yeah, Hotel, then Roanoke. I could say all good except for that last episode. Then Cult, which was just I mean, it's you can't it's kind of worth it because it's worth it for the ending. And then there was an actress in there that I knew again from Law and Order, years ago when she was like a kid. Now she's an adult playing an adult. Let's see, Cult Apocalypse. We went over that. 1984, even worse. I did not see double feature, so I cannot speak on it. I know Evan Peters was supposed to be in it. That's all I know. Yeah, NYC is just Spooky Pose. And then Delicate, September 30th, 2023. I did not even hear of that, so I'm not going to speak on it. Yeah, but it is definitely so it's like 2, 4, 6, like 6 seasons of a TV show to get into. So it is worth checking out. Absolutely, it is. Angela Bassett, that's her name. God damn it, Leo. I knew that. I know her. I could see her face. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Moon Buddy saying Stevie Nicks made a cameo appearance in AHS Coven, and she played a witch. Well, Lily Rabe's character was just like in love with Stevie Nicks, and then like she finally shows up at the end. Have not seen Brazil. No, I know it's got a Jonathan Pryce. I do want to see that. I like Terry Gilliam. I believe this is on Tubi right now. The Zero Theorem. I know I talked about that, then I found it on one of the streaming services. Terry Gilliam, Christoph Waltz plays the main guy. 2013. Your boho style of clothes, Caffeine is saying about Stevie Nicks. Yeah, she doesn't definitely has a style. Yeah, bitch slap Satan. My jobs include staking wood, clearing brush, gardening, cooking, laundry. Pardon me. Animal care, making winter medicine, and maybe a little bit of reading. Oh, the bad language translation book. Is that the one that you like the English to Hungarian? My hovercraft is full of eels. Oh, no. Oh, Michael Palin did a series called Ripping Yarns, a bit quirky, Patrick is saying. Terry Jones did a series. I think it's about a 6-part series, kind of going through the history of England. And I want to say they're half an hour long, and of course they are very silly. And the best part is it's himself, in costumes of those, kings of that era. Love Terry Jones. I miss him. When that man died, I had to sit on the floor and cry for a half an hour. Ugh. But I mean, like he had dementia there towards the end. It's not like he was just okay and walking around, then fell out. So like he had been in a bad way for a while, and then passed. Of the Pythons, LOL. That sounds gay. Yeah. Oh, De Niro is in Brazil. Cool. Tales of the Unexpected series by Ronald Dahl. Oh, Roald Dahl. Bit like Twilight Zone. Every sperm is sacred. Yeah, I was thinking about that song, Moon Bunny. Those bloody Catholics having all those bloody children that can't afford to bloody feed. Yeah, that flipped me out when Frank's mom showed up at the chat yesterday to hear yesterday. I was kind of starstruck. I didn't know what to say. I was just kind of sitting there dumb. But I did want to say, like, that chick busted her butt when those boys were growing up. She didn't want her children going to public school because she probably knew they weren't going to learn anything. So she worked, two jobs, 60 hours a week just so they could go to not have to go to public school. So she definitely, I assume hopefully she did get to retire, but that lady put in the work. Very cool chick. And again, Capricorn. I mean, she looks, well, we are all of a certain age, but she looks better than me at her age than I do at my age. So she's holding up really well. And the best thing about like the Every Sperm is Sacred when it's Eric Idle sitting there and Graham Chapman is explaining Catholics to his wife, Eric Idle, and all you see in the background are these like children like coming out of the door, and then they walk off, and it's like another child comes out, walks. It's like this. They're all. It's maybe like 5 or 6 kids in the shot, and like it's just like this constant like kid coming out of the door, walking down the street, kid coming out of the door, walking down the street. Erica, yesterday she was in the chat room. I had brought her up, and I don't know if it was just I don't know if she had sent something before, but I brought her up. I look up at the chat room and she had said something. So I don't know if she had been like listening along or if she just happened to hop in at that time. But like yeah, she would come over because what happened was Wednesday Frank was taking calls and she was asked me how come I don't call in, and I'm like, wow, she wants to hear from me. And I'm, I said I'd called in March and in July, but I mean, she's right. I should call in more, just maybe every few months instead of every 5 years. Yeah, Michael. Yeah, I caught that. Yeah, she said you never know when I'm lurking. I noticed that yesterday. I don't know how, but it was one of the most successful live shows I've ever done. Because before my peak for a show was 20 viewers for all time. Why did that disconnect? Stop doing that. That's twice now. You're going to piss me off. Not you. It's the chat room. Um, totally lost my place. Yeah, she was asking why I don't call in more, and I should call in more often. I sometimes I don't have anything to say that's on the like Frank will ask for a certain type of calls, and what I have to say is never in line with that since I'm always wildly off topic. So that's why sometimes I don't have anything to say about the thing he wants calls on. So if like it's like hey, we're taking calls about any old random topic, like sometimes I can get in then. It is really intense to know you've got maybe just a breath to say everything I need to say. And when I do call in, I'm lying on my chest, lying on my stomach on the bed, so I can't take as big of a breath as I could have when I'm sitting up. So it is intense. And then like the last time I called in, I don't even think it rang once because then there's Frank's voice and I gotta turn off the thing and I said everything in one breath and Caffeine, that is weird. Saying I couldn't get on my channel last night, but I got on tonight. That is weird as fuck. That is weird. I don't understand because I'm the only Nikki M. Carlin anywhere. Oh, sorry. It's something. Oh, I bitch slap Satan. NYC girl turned off grid 5 years ago. Talk about a crash course and very obsessed with this chapter in my life. Yeah. Yeah, off grid sounds fine until it gets to 4 or 7 p.m. Oh, Patrick, yeah, saying yeah, you're moving up, Nikki, and richly deserved, onwards and upwards. Yeah, there's nowhere to go but up. Oh, I bitch slapped Satan. My brain turned upside down and I like it. John Rogers said I sounded so bad when I called in. LOL. It's not that bad. Everybody has to consider what the phone does to your voice. Like it's not even like this. Like the camera or the mic in this camera is the best I'm gonna sound. So if and when I do call into, quite frankly, you really do have to. At least I notice with myself. It's okay to be a little bit drunk, Drake, at this age. As long as you're not driving, it's okay to be a little bit drunk. Uh, it's like you have to. It's kind of like old school radio, and you really have to be a little bit more articulate with your speech. And I say that when I myself try to speak a little bit more articulately because it's just because the mic is so far away. If I had a proper mic that was like closer to me, it would be a little bit different. But since I don't want to yell at the microphone the way some people do, I just try to be more articulate with my speech, but then it kind of makes me sound like I'm not speaking in a natural way. So maybe I just need to do it like how Frank has the close microphone and all that. But it is intense calling in. That if you have everything on, you got to shut it off or mute it and do all that and think and not. Don't ever think about all the people listening to you because that might make you nervous. You don't want to be nervous. Never be nervous. Just think about what you're saying to Frank and making sure you are understood and don't have anything playing in the background, and you'll be fine. Because he's not going to give you a hard time on the call unless you're talking about like the moon. Um, Now, people in the chat room, since we know you, we are going to give you a hard time, but you have to expect that from your friends. You don't want us to be talking about something else while you're on the call. You want us to stop everything we're doing to talk about you, whether it's good or bad. But yeah, I don't know what I did yesterday. I had 23 viewers. That's the highest for the channel. I had like over like I'll do a show and the next day it might have like 50 views, whereas the show I did yesterday, it's got like 80 some views. It's got some of the most likes I've ever had on a live show. So smash the like button if you haven't already. But there weren't a terrible lot of people talking. So like that lets me know that there are folks that just sit back and literally just listen for most of, if not all of the show. Oh, Michael, whoa, there's only 15 on now. Did we just become best friends? I think so. Oh, you two keep seizing on the weekends. Until next time. Yeah, see you later, Beach App. It just, YouTube being YouTube. Caffeine Addict. My voice has a Hawaiian rolling accent with a hint of Filipino. My voice kind of rolls with the accents. I was born and raised in Hawaii, moved away moons ago. That's good you still have your accent, though. Oh, Moon Buddy, yeah, gotta get that phone call. But who the fuck is calling? You know, quite frankly's on at this time. God damn it. Uh, okay, just making sure there's nobody's going live or anything like that. Just looking around real quick. Just in case somebody wants to go live, but my phone doesn't want to give me a notification, which can happen sometimes. Quite frankly, let me just go here specifically. No, okay. Yeah, Dragon Sage is saying that Maggie Johnson from she's a Frankly, she's Hawaiian too. The moon is a strange topic. Francois saying, anyone ever read Who Built the Moon by Christopher Knight? I have not. Yeah, caffeine. Yeah, we all have accents if you think about it. Yeah, we all have our dialects. Like around here, it's a pop. So I call it soda. I call it soda on purpose because people will look at you hard if you call it anything but pop. They will notice quickly. Dragon Sage, I have a Canadian accent. LOL, it's a thing. I was raised from coast to coast. Yeah, Dragon Sage has a little bit of a Canadian accent. And it's hard for me to even describe a Canadian accent. It's just like, you know it when you hear it. And it's not the whole like a boot thing because they don't always like you're going to hear that more in across the pond than you're going to I've heard it from Canadians. So it's just this little tweak in the voice. I can't put words to it. Yeah, caffeine addict. Yeah, Maggie. Well, we have a few Maggies. I think we're up to three, but she's in the chat room like often, like more often than not. She's not there every day, but like a week can't go by without seeing her in there a few times. So she's around. Yeah, Moon Cheese. Moon Cheese Carl. That's right. His name was Carl. See, I would only go to Hawaii. I just want to meet other Franklies. Like, I like nature and all that stuff, but if I'm going to go travel to a place, I want to go meet people. And since I've been knowing people for almost well, in January, it will be a decade of knowing Franklies. So, and, a decade of knowing folks, I would like to have met more than the handful that I have. Yeah, yeah, Francois, yeah, you're good. Yeah, we had that weird guy calling about the moon, and he made me think of John Stewart from Half Baked with his, like, you ever look at the back of a $20 bill? Is there a guy in the bushes? Oh, what? Red team go! Red team go! Hey, man, I was going to look at the stars later on. They look even better on weed. That movie is so good. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, it has nothing to do with what the caller said. That's all right. Yeah, the moon cheese freak collar. It kind of makes you want to get some spreadable cheese and put it on crackers and well, all I think about is the Rick and Morty bit and Morty's talking about some guy that lives on the moon and so the he's telling this to his principal, so the principal's like, "Okay, this guy lives on the moon and does something else. Okay, he's probably a creeper. They had to fire him or it was one of these I think it was one of the episodes. I can't recall what episode that was. It wouldn't have been one of the sketch episodes, intergalactic television ones. And then I have not cut up with the new season. I didn't see like the very last episode of the last season, and then they got rid of the guy who voices Rick and Morty. They found out about him, and I heard he was replaced. And I haven't seen any of the new episodes. Dragon Sage, yeah, within the limits of taste and decency. Michael, oh shit, now I want aerosol cheese. Yeah, I'm just thinking I had cheese earlier. We can sit around doing the cheese and wine thing. Dusty Blue, yeah, Frank sounded like he had a contact high of whatever moon cheese was on at one point. They're chatting. Because, like, I could tell Frank was kind of getting a little bit, like, mad that the guy was not making sense, but that he kind of like got it and was going with it, and then was like one upping him with like the weirdness. And then I think Moon Cheese couldn't keep up. Oh, caffeine. Yeah, tonight's question: did NASA really go to the moon or a TV set? Both. I think what happened. Dragon Sage. Cheese chemtrails. That's not chemicals coming out of planes. It's cheese. I think what happened is they did go to the moon, but they didn't film it because that would have been too hard. Or maybe they tried to film it and like you film something, but it was like so they got no footage. So what they did, they built a movie set and filmed that and put that on TV and told everybody that was real. Cheese chemtrails. We'll have to tell Jim Lee that. Speaking of Jim Lee, I do want to end this right at 9 o'clock because I'm pretty sure he's going live right at 9. I swear I saw that somewhere. Jim Lee? Did I? Yeah, I did. Yeah. Climate Viewer, 9/27/24. That's today at 9 p.m. Yeah, so I definitely want to make sure this is done at 9 so it doesn't step on Jim Lee's toes in case anybody wants to kick it over there. Remember squeezed cheese? I think I remember squeezed cheese. Yeah, Triscuit or Ritz? That's a real question. Yeah, a little bit more of a Ritz person. Like Triscuit's okay. I will eat a Triscuit. I like the buttery cracker. That's sort of a treat. Michael, yeah, Frank will walk that freaky trail. Sure will. Michael, yeah, yo, there was a mouse in the footage. Fake. There's like some guy off to the side. He's just like eating a sandwich, smoking a cigarette. What was that? Oh, that was just the half an hour till a Jim Lee goes live notification. Okay. Thought it was Frank going live or something like, oh, we gotta stop, but we're okay, we're okay. Yeah, some dude just like, smoking a cigarette, eating a sandwich, like, oh shit, I'm in the shot. Sorry. That's what I like about in the Mummy specifically. When they're in the bar and they first meet Winston, the one shot you can see, you can kind of see like this pink folded up paper and like somebody kind of like folding their arms. It's just like the very edge of it that was not supposed to be in the shot. Cheese shouldn't come out of a squirt can, lol. Yeah, the only thing like spray, like you do want to get like the Cool Whip, not I don't know if it's Cool Whip brand, Ready Whip brand, in like the spray, like get the extra creamy, like that's badass. But spray cheese, ugh. Cheese Whiz, that's okay. Cheese Whiz is just if you're doing like dipping chips in there, that's like on taco night. Speaking of taco night, I wish they sold taco Doritos year round. Maybe they shouldn't because I might buy them more, but like I just want them once a year. I can't feel my lips after I eat them because of all the salt. What does the moon look more spreadable on, a Triscuit or a Ritz? See, like for science, now that kind of makes me want to like go and buy the different kinds and spread it just for science. Yeah, Frank has been working hard plying his trade. Damn straight. Yeah, no whippets, no. Yeah. Just that whole aerosol thing. Oh, caffeine addict. Chicken and a biscuit. Yum. Hell yeah. Sure is. So like funny films, maybe nothing too subtitly. Nobody wants to have to, it's bad enough to if you guys are already in Frank's book club and then like what if I have us watch a movie that's subtitled? That's just more reading. So I'm not trying to do that to folks. And then I wonder what movies he's gonna pick. I don't know if Frank's gonna do stuff like that's more like topical in the way of like movies about like political type serious things, or if he will end up going for silly movies, or if it's going to be, say, he just picks it flat out and you're stuck with it, or if he's going to let people vote on it. Because I would like to pick a few and then maybe put those in a community post and let people vote on it. We do have the weekend coming up here, so I've got time to think about it. Unless you're Devo, then whip it good. Into shape. Damn straight. With your little red round Lego hat. Yeah, hard work pays off, Dragon Sage. Yeah, that's true. I did see I wish I could remember the artist, but it was making the point where you should show up to work every day just to do that. And what this guy did, he showed up to work every day, even though he didn't feel like it. And he was doing his little comics. And then there they were on Tumblr. And it's something you have to have seen before. If I come across that post again, I'll save it. So it's you might recognize the artist name or the art style. Like I can see it in my head, but I can't draw it back. Yeah, you whip it into shape. You don't whip your hair back and forth. That's not acceptable. I call them the pot heads, lol. John Rogers. Yeah, it did look like little like pots, like if you had like bowls or something, different sizes, just like stacked in the cupboard. Oh, he goes for Chris Farley status. That's why I think Mastermind's his top pick. Wow. Oh well, Chris Farley. Hell, dude is up there. Chris Six, I want me a red flower pot hat. This was it was like this is like the style of art. It's kind of simplistic. It like comic not comic book style, but I wonder if he just did like you know when folks do their comics and it's just like one block of I don't know. I would have to see it again. I don't know if I was looking at a like a compilation of this guy's art style or what. And it was, it was sometime this year, but I don't remember when. And just, my memory being so crappy, I just remember the gist of things. And then it's like, I can't speak about them because I don't remember enough. Oh, Devo is from Bowling Green, Ohio. Bowling Green. Last time I was up there, they had a Big B coffee. I mean, we have the one now. I do have Masterminds written down. I'll have to check these out sometime. Yeah, and then Chris is saying he plays 13 instruments self-taught. That is awesome. Because I would think, maybe it's just because I don't play, but like you learn one string instrument, they're all the same. So if you can play a violin, you can play viola, you can play cello, you can play bass. Oh, nice. John Rogers saying, there was an order form in the album to get the hat and join the fan club. Talking about Devo. That is so cool. Go to Antiques Roadshow. Somebody's like, I've got my Devo hat from the 1980s. What's this worth, Sonny? And I was thinking, as kind of pissed off as I was about my a living situation, maybe last Saturday, I'm at peace with it now because if I was, say, in a different situation, if I did stay at my job, then like yes, I would be able to stay here next year, but we would not be sitting here right now speaking to each other. I would not have started my own channel. I would not have any of this content up. We would not be talking about movies or cheese or anything like that. So it's just part of life. I would not like to still be at that job and not have a channel. So with that in mind, any bullshit that I have to deal with now, it's just part of the life I chose, and I'm at peace with it. So if things work out, they work out, and if they don't, they don't. John Rogers, I think they were ahead of their time. I think so. Oh, Dragon Sage, I started on cello and classical guitar, then anything with strings, some keys, percussion, sing. Nice, nice. Mandolin, ukulele. And Chris says, guitar was my start. Was in a band for a bit. At Dragon Sage, is that, after ukulele, is that a typo or is that another instrument? I just don't know. Again, I would like to learn violin, but it's just if I go after something directly, I never get it. So if I pick up violin with the intent to learn violin, I'll suck at it. But if I pick up the violin with the intent to just be able to mime it, like when I'm making fun of people, then I'll get good at violin unintentionally. I don't know why I'm wired that way. I hate it, but it's always like that. If I go after something directly, it's never going to happen, but something because of that will happen off to the side. Oh, Michael, this feels like the old Discord chat minus some characters. Thanks to me and RIP Albert. Michael, you were around for the Discord days back in like 2018. Wow. I'm glad you remember that. That was the only time outside of those 2 hours, and quite frankly, where most days we would go over to Discord after the show and spend literal hours kicking it. Ode, OUD, the instrument. And so it felt like the chat room never stopped. And it was folks from, all over the world. It was not just Americans. Oh, it's Middle Eastern. Okay, yeah, I figured it was some like a foreign instrument. I just don't know. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, Discord was well. I know I got on Discord in 2017, but like when we were all hanging out there and it was like a place to be, that was like 2018, 2019. And then I don't know exactly when that got nuked. I will have to ask Frank about that when I get closer. But I want to say like in 2020 probably. That sounds right. That's well, while we had Discord, that's when we went through the divorce. And I believe that was like 2018, 2019, whenever that was. Oh, Chris is saying that his dad was his band's roadie for a few of his shows. That is so awesome. Oh, Caffeine Addict, you remember Discord too? Yeah. Oh, caffeine during COVID subs went up. Yeah, maybe. Pronounced ood, OOD. Okay, yeah. It's probably something I've seen before too, or I've heard before. I just, didn't connect the side of it with the name of it. Because I've forgotten so much. But yeah, we did a lot of kicking it. That's why I was kind of sick of Flat Albert, because like I would talk to him in Discord with other people, and then he was calling into quite frankly like 3 or 4 times a week, and it's like I'm sick of hearing this guy. I've already got to hear him in Discord. I don't need to hear him on quite frankly too. Dragon Sage, I've got guitars and bows out the wazoo. So you could do the cartoon thing where like you take the bow, or not the bow, but the arrow and then like just use one of the guitar strings and then like pull it back and then let it fly. Oh, Chris saying his dad raised him on the classics. That's great. Gotta have a good music foundation. All in here cooking and playing music and eating cheese and picking out movies. And then with I do have to be careful of this because it does have a lot of, it seems like all these streaming services like get rid of movies at the end of the month, and then they get new ones at the start of the month. So I certainly can't sit here and pick a movie that they're gonna take off of the platform in a few days. I'm not a dick like that. Michael, yeah, Albert was solid. Spent a lot of time on private calls with folks too. Yeah, just hours sitting and just hanging out with just a few folks and just talking about just stuff. Pardon me. He would always sit there in his sunglasses and then nod out and wander off and get a drink and come back. Rest use a violin bow for a guitar solo once after seeing Led Zeppelin do it. That's what you're supposed to do. Caffeine Addict, is YouTube messing around? It says 13 watching. I mean, I don't know. It could be. Maybe some folks ducked out before it ended. Let me see if it tells me. 12. Yeah, 12. 13 likes, though. So thanks for all the likes so far. And that's just current viewers. The way it shows numbers is so odd for myself, and then it probably for you guys as far as like viewers go, because even on my side it will say like say my last show, it will say it had 6 viewers, but then at the same time I know that's not true because it will say, you know, during the show there were 23 people watching. So I don't know if it means 23 plus those other 6 at that time, and then sometimes the information is not always, it doesn't quite seem like it's up to date, or it's taking a while to update. And I have noticed this, that if you go to, I mean, you can go to any page, but if you go down to where it says the number of views the channel has, like when I look at that at 9 a.m., that it hasn't updated from the previous day, so I might have to wait till closer to noon and then it will update. So like the timing of it is odd, and even the number of videos I have is odd. Like it won't count this as a video on my channel until like tomorrow after it all renders, or something like that. It's the timing of it is just odd. It doesn't like hold anything up or stop anything from happening, but you know, maybe I'm just expecting too much. But I mean, it does update the next day, so that's fine. It's not, nothing lives or dies based on what time that updates. Oh, Michael, awesome. Yeah, the stream is very nostalgic and small. I'll keep showing up. Oh, thank you. Check out the tunes on my community page. I just posted Yardbirds, Dazed and Confused from 1968. Yeah, Dragon Sage, he does have a channel. And he does post a lot of stuff. Like he has his bow making stuff, but he is posting stuff about, he posts his songs, and he does filming around his town, like at churches and like just cool buildings that they have there. Oh, God bless our Flickr view. Must be losing Wi-Fi. And then I have had at least like 3 people over on Twitch, like Twitch Franklies, who do want me to stream on Twitch as well. So I do have that in the back of my mind. Of course, I do have a Twitch. Oh, Dragon Sage. I owned a couple Theremin over the years. Still have my old school one at my buddy's studio. I sold it to my studio buddy. Yeah, that's all right. The theremin. Oh, those friggin' things. That's an interesting sound. I learned like I wanna, I can't remember what stream I talked about that in, but I did decide to learn keyboard once. I knew a little bit, and again, if you don't use it, you lose it, and that was about 20 years ago. So I don't have any of my sheet music anymore. I think I have some notes from some pieces that I like wrote down like by hand on paper, like not sheet music, but just wrote down. I just figured it out by ear. Uh, I do like to play. I like the sensation that comes over oneself when you are playing something that you like. I don't have words for that. I haven't done it in so long, but I do like that sensation. It's probably the same sensation one would get if you were singing well and you were singing a song you liked. Maybe it's the same sensation. I rarely sing a song all the way through and like it by the time I get to the end. Dragon Sage, yeah, you lot are okay. This is the OK Corral. Yeah, with less shootings. If you guys are gonna fight, it's like I always said at every job. If you're gonna fight, go fight out in the parking lot so everybody can watch. Don't fight inside the store or inside the Walmart where only one person can film you. Go out to the parking lot, let everybody see it. Look like in school when there was a fight on the playground and everybody could see it. And then the cops can come arrest you and like get the hell out of the store. People are trying to shop any damn way. The hell is wrong with you? This is why they made wrestling, so there's not fighting in Walmart. Oh, cool. Dragon Sage, my oldest video on my channel has Theremin in it and some others. That is so cool. Yeah. The World Right. Spelt WORLDWRIGHT. What did that do? Did I hit? Sorry. Stop that. Don't do that while I'm live. I don't know what I just pressed. I just want to make sure that's not too bright. Okay, jeez. Oh my God. So yeah, I guess Frank is so busy eating balls on a Friday that he didn't go live. The next parking lot, there's actually, because where I live, it's apartment, so you have to like park in a little parking lot. So I mean, like there's one over there, there's one over there, and then the one I use is over there, and then there's like other little ones. Dragon Sage says I'm really into improvisational music. That's cool. That's different. I like when you don't know which way a song or something is gonna go. But yeah, Frank is doing the balls thing today, so he did not go live. That's okay. That just means Frank will go live at some point tomorrow. So, of course, I'll do my regular Saturday show, set everything up. But if Frank does go live, we'll stop that. We'll see what he's doing. And then we'll just go. Let me look at next week. Yeah, so we've got the 30th, on Monday the 30th, and that's all for September. You can get away with telling people that there is a September 31st. Try to pull that on people. You can get away with it because people are so dumb they don't know like the month rhyme, so you can get them with that. Maybe April 31st, but definitely September 31st. You can fuck people up with that. But I digress. So right now, it's like the last day of September, then we get into October. So what we'll be doing is Wednesday, that's when we go to Morning Sickness Matt Christensen. After, quite frankly, we do that for an hour and a half, depends on how it goes. Yeah, let's fight. Okay, let's fight. Who's the best Joker? Mine is Heath Ledger's Joker. Caffeine Addict asking if I'm happy I have my own channel. You're happy for me. Always enjoy what you love. I love it. I wish I would have done this sooner, but you know, hindsight is 2020. I'm glad I have it now. And it's building up. It's not stagnating. It's not falling back. It's just building up more and more. So I like that. Um, and I look at other channels that started out, you know, small, like where were they at this time with their channel? I mean, they were farther along, but it's different content. It's different if I were like a gamer or had cats or had my tits out or it was covering politics. So I get it, but I like where it's going. I like that it's a tight knit group of frankly's of anybody in the chat room. That's the biggest thing. The fact that there is a place for everybody to go at this time is what I like. You know, like whether or not I'm the one hosting it, I'm just glad we have a place because they're like there is something missing. We could not be going for, you know, in a couple weeks Frank's going to be off for most of the week. What would we do with ourselves? I don't know. I mean, like there's stuff we could do, but mentally somewhere inside of you there's going to be something just reaching for something to do online and you don't realize what it is, but that's what that is. You're missing that frankly time. John Rogers, you've never seen a Batman movie? Not You've never seen The Dark Knight. Like you've never like none of the Tim Burton Batman? How? I can't. I I can't make words. I can't wrap my mind around that. Uh, oh, Jack Nicholson just for him using the fish hooks for his Joker smile. Chris is saying, I'm glad I have a channel. I'm glad it's a place for everybody to go, and I'm most happy that I get to see you guys when there is no, quite frankly. That's the hardest part. When there's no show, that just means there's no chat room to go to, there's no friends to talk to. I don't know what anybody's doing with themselves, and then we just all see each other again after like a week, and it's like, oh my god, I missed everybody, and then we're spending time catching up with each other, whereas we haven't had to do that since May, because that's when I've been going live when Frank's off. So it's yeah. I've never saw Brazil. Yeah, Francois. Yeah, that is true. No Dark Knight. No, it'll be fine. It's fine. But yeah, so next Wednesday, I'm just doing this in case we don't have a show tomorrow or if the show's cut short. But Wednesday after, quite frankly, we go to my Christensen. And then Friday, I really do want to try to get myself out to go see that new Joker movie, and we'll work that out. Then I'm, live the very next day, and then the week after that is New Year's. But yeah, Brazil is a must watch. I know I'll have to look for that. Maybe they still have it somewhere online. It's an old enough movie that that's something to be made, have. I've only ever seen the 16 TV series of Batman, Caffeine Addict is saying, and John Rogers. Okay. Yeah, you got to check out Batman Begins. That's got another actor from another series in it, and it's got Gary Oldman's in those. How have you not seen the Chris Nolan? Oh, jeez, oh my God, it's got Gary Oldman, for Christ's sake. You do have to watch. You do have to watch. Like watch Batman. Oh, watch the Tim Burton Batmans. It's like two of them. Danny Elfman score, and then watch Batman Begins and The Dark Knight. You don't really have to watch the third one. You can just to complete them all, but you just the first two, just so you can get to The Dark Knight. You've got to watch The Dark Knight. Everybody has to see The Dark Knight. I don't care what you think about anything. Watch The Dark Knight. The one part where like the truck just totally completely flips over. Holy fuck that. Oh my god, that fucking scene. I don't care if it was CGI. That was incredible. Fuck, I love that shot. And smash the like button if you haven't already, and always support all of your favorite content creators. Smashing like buttons, sharing shows, making sure you have the notifications on, all of them turned on. That always helps out a channel, and commenting after the show ends just lets YouTube know you like the channel so they don't think you're a hack or something like that. That they do like to see engagement. That's what that's about. That's what all the I'm getting into the hashtag thing more. That may help out. It can't hurt. Dragon Sage every day after school in kindergarten. My buddy Alex and I would watch Batman and Star Trek on his huge color TV in his attic playroom in 75. Whoa, that sounds awesome. A huge color TV in 75 too. Whew, I don't do not want to know what that cost. Oh, like 1984. Yeah, I do have 1984 the audiobook. I gotta listen to that. The old Star Trek series. That's a series I have not gotten into. I've seen maybe a couple of the movies, and it was just because Jerry Goldsmith did the score. Oh wow, John Rogers, I didn't make it through the Deadpool Wolverine movie. I bailed about 20 minutes in. Whoa, that must be bad. Now the first Deadpool I did see. Watch that. That was fun. I would check out the other Deadpools too. I like Ryan Reynolds. Asking Tom uh Bukovac, uh yeah, Bukovac, guitarist for Joe Walsh, has homeschooling YouTube channel. Oh, good for him. Yeah, definitely homeschool if you can. I learned more about the world when I got out of school. Do the homeschool thing. And then if it should, like, I will schedule a show for tomorrow, but if Frank decides he's going to go live right at 7, then I'll just pull all of that down and just, tweet about it. But if not, expect to be here at 7. And then again, if Frank goes live at 7:05, we'll stop and we'll go over to Frank, see what he's doing, ask how the balls were, see if he went back for seconds. Well, you kind of have to. You have to eat them in pairs, don't you? You can't just eat one. And if you do think of any other movies, throw them in the comments of this video. I will definitely get to see that. Oh, John Rogers. Yeah, I was dealing with the F words, but when the gay stuff kicked in, I bailed. Yeah, that's a bit much in the first 20 minutes. Like, come on, this is just like being on YouTube or Twitter. My grandkids are homeschooled and much more focused. Caffeine addicts said, yeah, it was easier to focus when it wasn't a bunch of, 30 other assholes not paying attention. Michael, it kind of feels like cussing in front of mom, knowing M. Valvero might be looking. Yeah, it is odd because of the way I talk. And, like Frank's mom might show up and there I am saying hi. And then in the next breath, I'm talking about Frank's boobs or making a dick joke. And you kind of just have to, consider your audience, but don't let them control you, if that makes sense. It's a delicate balance, but it's easy to balance it out. You do it for, see, you do anything for a decade, apparently you get good at it. So and you're around friends too, and you might have that one person who gets mad at what you have to say, but there's always going to be one, and you deal with it accordingly. Again, every person I deal with as an individual, unless they're acting very much like a boss. So you don't want to have just one way for folks. You want to take all things into consideration. Like one day somebody was having a bad day, and then I had something and they didn't like what I had to say, and then I remembered were miffed about some other thing. So I just let it slide. They were just in a mood. It's okay. We're all here. It's the internet. If you're that mad, you need to log off. Dandy, what's up? Just in from the bar, so we hope it was got your a good buzz for your buck. Had to shut the place down. Like, you guys are boring. I'm leaving. I got better places to be. I don't need this bar. I know, yeah, just so dirty minded. Yeah. It's situational. You don't talk that way in front of like a chat room with people under 18. You do always have to consider your audience, consider what people are going to see. Uh yeah. And if they take it bad, they take it bad. That's on them, but just make sure, always don't put yourself in a situation where you ever have to apologize. Never apologize online. Just let them know that they're wrong as politely as you can. You should apologize. No, I think you should apologize for asking for me to apologize. Say you're sorry right now. No, you can do so much just by like letting it slide, just ignoring the bad, and just like nothing said, nothing spread. Don't start rumors. Like, you can just let things kind of die off and not escalate by just not being party to it. Michael, I'd be pretty curious to talk to Tony. I wish we could like submit questions and just like have him answer them. I'm not trying to tire the man out, maybe in just like a half an hour, just like it's just nothing but audience questions. That way he can film a video and maybe send it to Frank because with the whole moving around and bad knees and all that kind of thing, I don't know, it's just an idea. Just maybe we can see if Frank's mom would be cool with that. Like, hey, can we like write down some questions or email them to you and just ask Tony and film them with your phone and then send it to Frank? That way we could, something like that. Oh, cool. Yeah, Dragon Sage made us all drinks. Thank you. Caffeine, yeah, you'd be surprised what comes out of kids' mouths. Like, they know more vulgar words than us. Yeah, that's why I liked South Park when it came out, because I was a teenager. I was not that far away from being 8 years old, and we did talk that way. We did talk about sex and things we should not have been talking about. Dragon Sage, I was a dirty mouth kid. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I was always pushing the line with language. Then I got to an adult and I learned how to pseudo swear. It's okay, as long as you're getting your point across. And yeah, I hope everybody had fun. I'm glad you had a couple hours to spend with me today. And if you eat some balls between now and Saturday, tell us about it tomorrow. And we will make fun of you. I mean, we will make fun of you. Don't get me wrong. That's all you're gonna hear out of us from now on. There's the ball eater. How'd those balls taste? Oh, yikes, caffeine addict. I remember my mouth washed out with ivory soap for saying F words, burns your tongue. Ooh, yeah. Like, I'll wash your mouth out with soap. Fucking bitch. What? Nothing? Yeah, stream's wearing out. Movie time. Yeah, let's wrap this up. Maybe check out some Jim Lee if you're into that. Ooh, Dragon, I bet a cake of soap a few times. Oof. Yeah, no swear jar here. You're allowed to swear. Just the only time I would say to like clean it up a little bit is when Frank has his daughter in the room, just out of respect, and then we can get back into the dirty talk. She's really just around for a few minutes. That's okay. Don't want to don't want the kiddies to pick up too much of our behavior. Let's wait till they're teenagers or 18. So yeah, I hope everybody has a great night. Have a good dinner if you haven't eaten yet, or have a big breakfast, something like that. Have some bacon, have some cheese and crackers, and look at the moon if the moon's out. And then we'll get together tomorrow. See how much we can get in before Frank has to do his ball stream, or maybe he'll be too busy. Who knows? We'll see. Oh, thanks, Michael, saying thank you, Miss Nikki. This is a great place to be. Thank you. I'm glad you guys make it. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have a channel, and Frank would still be personal training and asking his wife for dates on Facebook. So it's all because you guys show up. You might not think that's a lot, but it's a huge deal. It really is. Where you go, where you spend your time matters, because that's the things that you're gonna remember at the end of the day. Yeah, so we'll see how far we get tomorrow. I'm so glad I got 2 hours with you guys tonight. Yeah, Dandy, glad you made it. Glad everybody showed up. And I guess you can just leave your pants on the floor. That'll be fine. And keep fighting the good fight. Yeah, thanks everyone. Good night, Francois. Learn some French, maybe. Learn French, but don't speak it back. Until next time.